And we're back with another episode of Urban Era 404. And we have a very, very special guest, very dear to my heart. My blood. Out of my blood. Yes, we have the lovely Rahello. Hi, guys. Hello,
Real niggas in the house.
Or a registered nurse, depending on your interpretation.
Shit.
Have you guys seen that meme? I'm so sorry. Okay, I'm gonna let us finish the intro. I don't know why I'm jumping into memes.
No. Keep going. It's fine.
Memes are life, do you get what I mean? No, but
We got
yes,
meme
this
month in the house
has
as well.
been a long time coming. Do you know what I mean? And this is, I can't really explain like what she means to me, or just how much of a character this woman is, because I feel like that's the word. You're a character, and that can mean whatever you want it to be.
Friend, how many of
But
us
she's also
have
very, very talented. You know, music journalist in the house, lawyer.
Yes.
Even though she doesn't claim that to be.
No, we don't talk about that.
You're gonna have too many people in your DM.
Yeah, so what, when I get locked up and that, what
But yeah, you know, there's a reason she's here today, and we're gonna get into that and unpack all of that.
I'm so happy to be here.
Correct.
Big fan, big
bad
big
boy, right?
admirer.
Thank you.
So thank you
Likewise.
for having me, guys.
You're okay.
Happy to be here.
Pleasure's love. We got the baddest in the house. You know what the fuck we do with our guests? You know what the fuck we about, nigga? Another, what's that word you say with the guests again?
Another illustrious guest.
Illustrious.
Not illustrious.
Illustrious, really glorious, got a glorious guest in that building, you feel me?
Blushing, she's blushing.
I need a flex bone, man. Should put it on the mixer.
Yeah,
That's
it's
an L.
true. There ain't nothing like that. This is the best we got right now. Yeah, baby. And we got the baddest in the house. No, joking, yeah.
It's so long.
It is a bit long. But let's get straight into it, guys.
Yeah. So,
Get into
my
it,
first
yeah.
question. You call yourself a verbalist, yeah? And we were already discussing how much we love that word and that term. And yeah, I just want you to explain to people what that means and how that refers to you and your work.
I feel like I was mentioning earlier, I think I first heard the word verbalist in a jammer bar. I don't know which song, I don't know when. I was like, verbalist?
Yeah. The Merkel man.
We verbalizing. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I literally Googled it, which I'm going to do now as well, because I want to be accurate. But from what I understood, it was somebody who believes in the importance of words.
Yeah.
And puts like great importance on words.
Words mean things.
Yeah, words, listen, words mean things.
Hold
And
a lot of power.
People be opening their mouths thinking,
Yabba yabba.
yabba yabba.
do you know what I mean?
Certain man scream they know you, but they don't know nothing.
Niche. See, definition of a verbalist.
Yep.
One who stresses words above substance or reality. 2,
Wow, look at your picture there as well.
This guy.
and 2, a person who uses words skillfully.
Okay.
Right? So I feel like I'm both. I
100%.
stress words above substance. Do I? What does that mean? I just really believe words are important and words have power.
Yep.
You can do so much with them. Not even just on the like journalism side, but even on the law side. Like, what is the law if not just words?
100%. Same with, you know, copywriting, you know.
And contracts are just words.
Exactly.
Words have meaning. Those
100%.
words are enforced in real life, right?
Facts.
So we be verbalizing. I was like, this is me. When people ask me what I do,
I'm a verbalist.
I'm a verbalist. That's it. Like, I just feel like Insta bios are very, you know, someone could not know you, not follow you, and just see your Insta bio or your social media bio and be like, oh. And I just feel like it's very self-explanatory.
Yeah.
Verbalist.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it, yeah.
I feel like you definitely like to, well, not like to, but you naturally have a knack for picking words and picking, obviously, phrases, you know, that actually kind of describe things with your
Succinctly.
personality
Yeah.
behind it. You know?
That's the thing. And you know, because like throughout my life, I feel like I've like, I'm smart, I'm intelligent and clever, I'm all these things, but I feel like I used to struggle with my speech or just like articulating how I'm feeling sometimes, or like in a situation where I'm trying to maybe defend myself, I can't say that clearly or coherently, but I've always known you to, like, you just know how to use your words in any situation, and I don't ever hear you stutter, and that's proper cool. Like people that can do that is.
I said what I said.
Yeah, I see it as a superpower.
100%.
And so I feel like verbalist is truly the best word to describe you.
I'm good at arguing as well. I feel like that's where it comes from.
Yeah, it comes from. It's
That's
from
our
all the
lawyer.
things. And for as long as I've known her, she's been a bookworm. Like all of these things, it just makes sense.
Yeah.
It just makes sense.
Like reading, I feel like. Guys, reading's cool. Like, reading's fun.
No, it's not.
No, fight for it. I hear you.
This is the hill that I'm willing to die on. Like,
100%.
reading is not just. I feel like one of the reasons I enjoy writing so much, and like, not to toot my own horn, but people say I'm a good writer.
Yeah,
is because I read so much, and it gives you more knowledge, and like you said, it helps you think of more words to choose. And I feel like that's the difference between, for example, a writer or a blogger, right? So a blogger will just write about what's going on. The whole point of being a writer is to tell a story,
There's
right?
a narrative behind what you're writing.
Exactly. And I feel like
there's not, it's not, there's levels, but there's a difference.
and you can tell with the in your work as well compared to like a blog. There's a bit more poetry in it. Do you know what I mean?
I'm a creative.
It's finesse.
100%. I got 2 questions for you.
Hit me.
So, in terms of the effects of reading on your life, obviously you've probably been reading for as early as you probably know. But what would you say the effects of reading have had on your life? And also just your general credits, because obviously you're a writer, you're a certified writer. So let's just, quick flex on them.
I don't know how to flex quickly. I only do. I go big hook. I go home.
If it's a long book, let's talk.
Do you know, it's reading, like I said, it helped me communicate better. And I wasn't, even though I just said, like, I've always been like this, I've always been mouthy, and I've always, like, had back chat. I feel like it's reading that really helped me find my voice in terms of, like, even knowing words. I'd see a word, I'd be like, oh, what's going on there? Google it and see it. I'm like, putting that in the bank.
Human thesaurus.
Yeah, exactly. So it's helped me with my communication, with my writing, and also with, I think, being able to read better has helped me read in other ways. Like, I wasn't reading law books when I was 10.
Yeah.
But the fact that I can get through, like, large bodies of text or whatever, it meant that when I was doing my law degree, I was like, this is calm. It's boring, but it's calm.
See the books on this girl's shelf, thick.
Complex subjects.
No way.
They were big, and I feel like most teachers would have told us back then that's the kind of stuff you need to do to widen your vocabulary. And whenever I'm reading, which it's been a minute, it's just I feel like it always helps with speech.
What are you reading right now?
So
Oh shit.
Oh, we said
I got that thing on me.
do you know what it is? I'm going through this. So when I was younger, I used to like Greek mythology and and just like fantasy and stuff like that.
Hercules.
Yeah,
Don't
honestly,
big up Zeus.
Wait, is that the
big him
Young
up.
Thug song, Hercules?
Yep.
Hercules. No, literally, shout out Hercules in the man because he's actually mentioned in this book. So I feel like for the past month or so, I've been in my like Greek fantasy bag. So I'm reading this. Wait a minute.
she's got that thing on her. Get the thing on me.
I keep that thing.
When she gets her bag, I thought she was gonna go Bible.
It is Sunday, to be fair.
Word of God.
So this is about Ariane. I think Ariane. So this is actually, funnily enough, one reason I love mythology is that it relates to like real life.
Go on.
Oh,
Thank you, guys.
Nice.
Jennifer Saint, pay me.
100%.
This is promo, pay me.
100%.
Pay us as well.
Yeah, us,
She'll write a
us.
mad thing. She'll source up a bio for you. She'll source
A
up a
young
blog for you.
review, you know.
You get.
I got you. And so, she, I think it's her. Oh no, that's Arachne. Never mind. Okay, let me give you an example.
Okay.
There's a Greek myth about this woman called Arachne who used to like be good at weaving.
Oh.
And
Is that the lady that's based on Is it
spiders?
Yeah, spiders.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
yeah.
Arachnids, exactly. So stuff like that.
I
How
didn't want
like
to open my mouth. Thank you.
I was about to say I'm arachnophobic. What's going on?
Yeah, I had to fight that one though. My dad put me in the position still.
really?
Yeah, you know when he kills them and goes, "Hey," I'm like, "Yo." But then toxic masculinity had to make me grow, but we moved. Yeah.
I still can't kill spiders. But for example, the fact that like it's based on like language we use today, and I just find I'm so sneaky. I find stuff like that so exciting and interesting. I'm like, oh my god, what? So yeah. So what was the last book that I read? Oh, A Quick Thing on Afrobeats.
Okay.
Which is really cool.
A book on Afrobeats.
Yeah, listen.
Interesting.
There's this amazing. I'm gonna shout her out now. There's this amazing editor. Called Magdalene Abraham, and she's basically commissioned this series called A Quick Thing On, and they've got loads of mini books on different things that are basically just black things. There's one on Afrobeats, there's one on plantain.
Oh, nice.
There's other ones coming that I can't remember right now, but she's really sick. So
couple man behind.
Did she touch on the plantain?
You know.
I'm grabbing the
I
plantain
haven't read the plantain. I need to read that one.
Still. The plantain one.
Couple Caribbeans behind the screen, not happy with that one.
We had plantain. We was like, huh?
I know. I was very conscious when I was saying, I was like, this is controversial.
If we're outnumbered still.
That can't be settled because there's arguments from both sides.
This is not my beef.
Actually, yeah.
Like, I don't even know if they can grow plantain in Eritrea. So I'm going to spectate. But like, do you go up a mountain or a mountain? Wait.
Or Britain.
Or Britain.
Or was it a fountain and fountain?
There's a word that has tain as the ending of it as well.
Maintain.
Yeah.
Or maintain.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the only one.
It's your only fight. And your credentials. We need a real introduction behind, the science and the results.
Oh my God,
of
yeah.
Rahello there.
The actual
You have to
factuals.
tell the story of how that began, or how you got into like professionally writing, getting paid for your work. Like,
it's funny.
Yes.
It is so funny.
It's beautiful though.
And again, real quick, just a quick credit list of what's been going on.
Yeah.
Quick flex of us.
Okay.
If you want,
interviewed as well. I'm so excited.
if you want to diss people as well, we'll diss them with you as well.
100.
You guys back in the
This
beef.
is a family over here.
We've heard. You ride or we die.
Literally.
Okay, so I'll just give you a quick run through of like who I've written for, what I've written about. So mostly music, culture, and fashion journalism. It started off as music, and then I was like, let me just write about what I'm interested in, and so that followed into into fashion and culture. So I've written for Dazed Fashion, Complex UK, Trench,
Thank you.
The Independent,
Go ahead.
Vice, Crack Magazine.
Crack.
What's the crack? Oh, that was a funny one. Telling my parents, they're like, crack.
We don't do crack here.
No, literally. I was like, I was asking my dad to pick me up a copy because it was in print. And he's like, crack? You want me to go to a shop and ask them if they have crack?
They got uncle, man.
Honestly, truly. So who else? Galdem, who are
big up, man.
The best.
the best. They're the ones who I started out with.
I was about to say.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it, but yeah, go on.
So yeah, they're like, I'm eternally grateful for like, they were doing up diversity before it was cool. They're like
Can
the
you imagine?
pioneers. Yeah. Like off their own backs. So to see how far they've come now and how big they are, and like,
Deserved.
it's so deserved and it's so amazing.
Shout out to the Gallon.
And I feel like that's a company that it came along with their inception. Like, it wasn't just the company was made and then now it's a thing where we have to be diverse and like look out for that stuff. Let's find ways to implement. It was just there from the beginning.
That's how they started.
Yeah. They saw the fuckery that was going on behind the scenes, etc., and they said we need to band up, man.
Yeah,
Gal
they
them.
took it into their own hands. They took it into their own hands.
That's some gang shit right there.
No, truly, and like the way they've built it is amazing. So
Big up the Galdem,
yeah,
man.
big up the Galdem. So did that, and how I started writing was what had happened was
After the heavy list,
Stop. That was even half of it. I'm joking. So in 2017, I was just a student. I just finished my first year of uni. I really liked music, and I was obviously going to all these events. This was like back in quote unquote underground London time.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like
Before the Skepta to America movement.
yeah, this was like before Shoreditch became annoying.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. So
That's there's like a before and after. I want to say like, but yeah, maybe around then is probably when it became the cesspit it is now. But anyway, this was like, yeah, so 2016 time, I've just started uni. I'm going to uni in London, so obviously like I'm just getting familiar with the nightlife and whatnot and what's going on, and I just like music. So my friend and I, hold tight Danielle,
cheese.
we decided to volunteer for Outlook Festival in Croatia. I remember everyone was like, "You're going to Croatia, ma'am?"
Outlook.
Yeah, exactly. Outlook is a very white, like drum and bass sound system. It's very much and like the whole
narcotics.
It's
yeah,
litness, though.
it's litness. Like it's on a beach in Croatia, and it's like
don't like us.
That's the one I also knew a lot of black people to go to as well.
Yeah.
Like bare.
Oh, okay, cool.
Croatia,
Sick.
my sister went as well.
I heard of Outlook, but I never been. Yeah.
It's no like I feel like everyone should go once just for the experience. And it was the fact that like I remember Georgia Smith was performing, and this was before she blew. Like she was just on. She wasn't even on the main stage. And looking at it now, I'm thinking like, do you know? What?
That's what she was gonna become.
When she only had one major single out, Blue Lights and them things. Maybe even before then. Was it before then?
I don't know. You know.
She had to have at least had that song out.
Yeah, she was. Yeah. But I didn't even know her. I just feel like, oh, just never like singing. Okay, we'll see you later. I didn't think anything of it. Yeah. And like, that's how, like, I think how important Outlook is. And I feel like a lot of artists have sort of built their credentials. Yeah. So they did a lot of grime as well. And I was really into grime. And that's why we don't talk about grime anymore. And so, yeah, they're really well known for their grime and whatnot. So went there, me and Danielle were like, okay, we're broke, so we will volunteer in exchange for free tickets.
Oh, dope.
Okay, so
she said creative, not in more than one way. Creative. Most man would have been like, oh, I ain't got no money, I ain't going.
Got to find a way to get there.
Enjoyment by, that's my, like, one of my mottos, enjoyment by any means necessary.
Facts.
Because if you don't enjoy, what happens?
Exactly, what are we here for?
You're going to suffer.
You'll suffer, exactly.
That's words to live by.
Yeah. Any little change.
Enjoyment. Like, man summed up my life in a TikTok. So yeah, and then we actually got really cushy, really, really lovely volunteering jobs in just artist liaison. So like when artists come and you give them their tokens and their wristbands and you just sit there all day, it's so calm and you get to meet people. Whereas a lot of the other volunteering positions were like stewarding, work. They had you working in that Croatian sun.
In the industry, we call it customer facing.
Yes, customer facing. Exactly. And
the worst.
I've worked in retail. I've had enough customer facing to last a lifetime.
You got this in Excel, babe.
Madam, you can't return this. You've worn it 3 times with makeup on the collar.
There's a hole in it.
You got sweat patches in this shit, bitch.
Oh, thank God.
Gosh,
no more.
Honestly.
PTSD.
Truly. So we got this nice little roles and arts liaison, and then one day, so in that tent where the artists come, it's also, so artists actually have a coach to pick them up from the hotels and bring them to the campsite. Okay. And they drop off near the artist liaison tent, and that's where they sort of wait for their coaches and whatnot.
Sick.
Yeah.
First contact.
Yeah, first contact. So I just started talking to, it was raining, I remember, and we were just sitting in the tent, just doing a shift, and I started talking. First of all, there was a black girl. I was like, we gonna be friends, whether we like it or not. Because we are, honestly, I was like, we are in limited capacity out here.
I do not want to end up on Channel 4 News in 2
months. No, especially after my parents were like, why are you going to Croatia?
True. I don't want to prove them right.
Exactly. Oh my God, exactly. That's so much of the reason why I didn't like even live my best life too tough. Because I was like, Croatian police are crazy.
Yeah,
caution.
Caution. And I'm like, they had like undercover feds just roaming around the festival,
punching people up.
Definitely.
Allegedly.
No, allegedly. Allegedly. But yeah, just roaming around to like try and catch people out.
That's so scary.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So I was just like, we're not doing that. I'm not calling my parents from a Croatian jail. Okay. I have too much shame. So I started talking to this girl, and she just normal conversation. And then she's like, oh, I have to go, but I'm the music editor at Galdem. So like, here's my email, drop me a line.
Look at God.
I know.
So lit.
I know. And I was like, what?
The network popping. Are you crazy?
And it was natural. It was literally just talking about music and just talking, like having natural conversation. And then, so that was in September, and it wasn't until November. I remember the first thing I wrote was for my uni newspaper, and it was about Grenfell, because I remember some news had come out about Grenfell. I was thinking, why is nobody covering it in this uni newspaper? Like, why is no one talking about this? And I remember being so like passionate about it, and I was like, I need to get this out of my system. So that was my first ever piece of published work, and it actually came out on my birthday. I know.
The stars were aligned.
They were truly aligned.
There's my spirit's calling me. I've done it, and it came out my birthday.
Exactly. You know, exactly. It was meant to be. And then once that was out, I felt confident enough to get back to hold tight, Antonia. Every time I see Antonia, I let her know I'm really writing because of you. Genuinely. And I don't really need to embarrass her. I see her, but she's really sick. She's a DJ as well. I'll find her at later on. But anyway, she's amazing.
Sure.
She's really cool.
Shout out to Antonia.
Shout
You
out
need
to
people
Antonia.
like that on your journey as well, which is something I've noticed, but sorry.
Yeah, you do. Someone, just one person to believe in you.
Exactly.
That's all it takes. Just one person to give you a chance. And once they give you that chance, it's up to you to make the most of it. If you make exactly.
Yeah.
If you don't mess it up, right? So, and then I found the confidence to finally get in touch with Antonia, and my first ever piece was for Galdem, and it was on, I think, this was around the time drill music was in the headlines for, like, they were talking about banning it and blah, blah, blah.
What was this, 2018?
Yeah, 2018?
Yeah, on to 19 as well, I would say.
But when was this piece come out? I remember it came out when I was during term time. But I can't remember when it was. I want to say it was April. April 2018. Yeah. I think it was April 2018. And then it just started from then. I was like, raw, this writing thing's kind of fun, you know? Like, raw.
I think I could do something in this
I think I could.
Yeah.
And I was at uni at the time. I was working in retail, just like, you know, living life. And a part of me was like, do I want to take on more work? I am literally already struggling and drowning. But then I was like, I really enjoy this. And is it work or is it a hobby? Is it a release? Like,
it's a distinction.
Yeah, it's a release. I was going to ask,
Exactly.
it's more of a release for you away from like your everyday routine when you're writing, and especially when you're writing about something you're passionate about. Because that's what, for us, or at least for I can speak personally, this away from work and life, this was something I could come in and chat about whatever, about people then. And
it's like an organic discovery of things you actually like to do.
Yeah.
And it's always like, I always hear people talk about, like, finding that thing in your life that you doesn't even feel like work. Is that's like a dream for a lot of people.
But it's still something you're learning and you're getting better at. And it's like a skill. It's an actual skill, tangible skill that you can actually make money from as well.
Yeah.
How did you kind of make the distinction? I mean, what did you change when you started making the distinction between this is a hobby to this is
I'm a verbalist.
I need to do this. Yeah, this is who I am now, or this is part of who I am.
Do you know, it's funny. I didn't mention it earlier, but one of the reasons that I call myself a verbalist is to avoid calling myself a writer. Because
box yourself in?
Half that, maybe it's rooted in that, but also I just don't feel like a writer. I feel like someone who just fell into it and just does, like, I have no formal training. Like, I have no training in journalism or anything like that. Even now, when I write pieces, sometimes I'll ask for feedback. Because these are professionals. This is not my profession. This is not my skill. This is something that I started off, that sort of brought together my hobbies and my interests, where they sort of like converged, and I just sort of went with the flow. But like, I'm very conscious of the fact that I'm not a writer, you know, and it's not my full-time job. And so I don't think I have even realized the point where, like, I don't think I have. Even now, like, I'm published and I'm still saying I'm not really a writer. I'm not going to lie.
I think you should still be able to call yourself that, because even with your degree, like, a lot of people don't, people don't realize how much writing we do at uni and how much that actually contributes to how we write when we do things outside.
Critical writing.
Because I can't remember if it was you or someone else that was struggling to write a piece of work, but they couldn't make it sound natural because what they learned at uni made them write.
It was me.
It was me. it helps.
Yeah.
I feel like that's still some form of training, no?
It is, but it's different, like you said, because when you're writing like legal essays,
Yeah.
it's so formal. Like I remember asking for advice on Twitter, like, guys, please, I want to sound more natural. And like, so I don't think I've even found my voice as a writer.
I want to sound like a human.
Yeah,
It feels formulaic.
Yeah, and it's like I don't think I have a voice as of yet because I'm still developing. Even though I've been doing this for like God knows how many years, I don't. Maybe it's like rooted in imposter syndrome, or I don't know.
You said it. I was about to touch on it, but go ahead.
No, but yeah, that was it. Maybe it's rooted in imposter syndrome, but like I don't feel like I can really just bear out my chest and be like, yeah, I'm a writer. You know. I don't know why anybody would do that, but if I wanted to, I don't think I could.
Good shit. Yeah, it's the pride in it. I think.
Yeah.
With those type of things, and especially like inheriting titles, that just because you're interested in the field, you know, some people are very quick to inherit a title that they haven't actually put experience in.
Yeah.
But so for people that actually have the experience, it's like you have a different standard that you hold yourself to. You would call yourself a writer if blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Whereas other people would qualify you as a writer because you've written.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't know. How do you kind of find your way around, you know, dealing with imposter syndrome? Because that's what it kind of sounds like to me.
Yeah. Oh, child, we working through it. You know what?
He said it's giving.
It's giving.
It's giving a little bit, you know, because you know it's qualified, it's real.
Do you know what it is? I feel like my experience in music as a whole has really backed me up in terms of like I worked in the music, okay, not in writing, but I worked in the music industry for 2 years, and I feel like that gave me some grounding understanding to be like, you know what, I actually know what I'm talking about.
That's another thing, because a lot of people will be calling themselves things and not actually have credentials or experience to call themselves that.
100%.
So if anyone has the thing to, like, it's you, sis.
I know.
Especially on socials, I'm seeing a lot of financial analysts.
Like,
Oh, child.
in the
A&Rs.
comments.
I
Everybody's
haven't
A&R.
studied it, but like, or people will chat about certain music genres or certain artists, and it's like, but do you even listen to their stuff, or do you even like
Understand.
yeah.
Understand yeah, exactly.
So, yeah. You got the credentials.
So certified.
Certified hot girl.
Is there any hiccups in the road of like being a freelance writer that you want to just highlight? Because I want you to talk your shit.
Oh,
You're
don't worry.
good for yourself.
Don't
You take care of a
worry.
lot of people.
We got all day.
You know what it is? Funnily enough, I was asked to do, I don't know if you noticed, there was a series of talks on the music industry on Twitter Spaces. I can't,
Yeah.
And they did one on press, and I was asked, I was like, you want me to come on? I was like, I'm not even a real journalist, but okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, fine. And the whole point of that space was for artists to understand their the relationship with the press and whatnot. And me being me, I had to add my 2 pence in at the end and be like, also, don't forget to pay your writers. Don't forget. I'll tell you guys a story after this, but like, don't forget to like write. You know, a lot of people don't see it as a craft. They just think, oh, coverage. I want someone to write about me on Flippy, I don't know, Mixtape Madness or whatever. So I'm gonna get in touch with them.
It's not considered labor. Like,
No.
it's not
Yeah.
considered work.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
And that's why they think I just sit and type, like it's calm. Like, no, there's a lot of, especially if you care about your work, there's a lot of time and love like that goes into it. It's your craft. You know, Chris, it's like what you said about standards. When you have standards for yourself and your work, all the work that's out there represents you, right?
Exactly.
If my name is on an article, it says by Rahello, like people are
I'm
gonna
attached to that.
Yeah, I'm attached to that. So I want it to be good. I want it to be something worth putting out there. And I feel like that's one thing that a lot of people who are, I mean, me, I didn't know anyone in music journalism when I started out. Like I said, it was a hobby. I did not even get paid
You're a talk.
until like 2019 to keep it $150.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was Galdem. Galdem were the first ones who started paying me. Actually, I lied. That was my first big commission was 2019. But in 2018, Galdem were the only ones that were paying me. And
Big up Galdem again.
big up Galdem again.
Yeah.
And even though it wasn't a lot, it was something.
Yeah, exactly.
It was
it
some-
shows you I see some value in what you're doing.
Exactly.
So you should see some value
You
in
got
what you're
paid for
doing.
your labor.
Exactly.
Simple.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Run me my money.
Run me my money.
Stop playing.
And I remember just at that time, you know, as I mentioned off air, that like when you're young and you're hungry, people can smell that from a mile away,
100%.
and they will like exploit that. all these editors who claim to have no budget. I remember
there's money in the system.
There is money in the system. You're using it to like
6-week internships.
They take advantage of youthful energy.
Yeah, exactly.
All the time.
And hunger and inexperience. Because if I had known that like I could really be making bank of this, I would have started charging earlier. And I'll actually tell you the story of what happened with a magazine. I only found out that they even paid because they paid my friend.
Imagine.
And imagine, this is someone who knows, it was my best friend.
Oh, God.
They paid her, and I didn't even clock they paid. And she was like, yeah, I got paid. I was like, what?
What about you?
What about me? I was like,
funny story that.
Yeah, funny story that. I was thinking this editor knows that me and my friend are friends.
Yeah. You've been had.
You like, honestly,
I didn't know they were best friends. I'm so sorry.
You've been had because you follow us both on social media and you've seen us interact and you are aware.
Fucking chief.
It's a joke. So then I remember,
I was
writing, mate. I remember I was writing for this
article.
I'm gonna.
I remember no names, but we basically described who you are.
One of my friends who worked in music PR then, she was doing, bless her. She was literally fighting my case. She's like, you know, so and so doesn't pay. You know, she's not paying young black writers.
That's called an angel.
Yeah, honestly.
You know? Because in this industry, you can be very quickly alienated and made like sort of ostracized. They kind of make you seem like you're crazy.
Or your voice isn't enough. Your own frustrations aren't enough until someone else validates them by having your back. Like,
but that someone has to be within, or if it's from the outside, they have like there's numbers in that.
Yeah, so they have to have some sort of
leverage.
Exactly. And I didn't want
an ally. An ally.
Yeah.
If it's a white person that's coming to your to your thing.
Since Greg said it.
A young Georgina in the building. You know.
Or since Georgina said it, I guess you're worth about.
You might have a point.
I guess you got a day
It's Georgie. No, remember they're so close. It's Georgie. Oh, George recommends you.
Oh yeah, facts.
Oh, Claude. Facts. Oh, thanks, Claude.
It's crazy.
Shit, but yeah, continue with your
exactly.
Angel.
Yeah, no, you're right. It's Angel, and I still to this day have not said the publication's name because I've just been like, I don't want to be seen as problematic. I don't want to be seen as aggressive, hard to work with. Like, other editors will see this and they'll just think, oh, nah, she's too... They'll be like, she's too much trouble than she's worth.
But that's tapped.
It's tapped. But because it's freelance, you have to earn every, like...
You have to massage relationships.
You have to massage relationships. You have to... Like, I remember trying to explain to my mom, I'm going out to parties, but I'm not going for a job. I'm like, Mom, I have to go. I'm working. People have to see they have to see that I'm visible. They have to see that I'm at places in order for them to think that, you know, we'll commission her because she's got a finger on the pulse.
That adds to credibility, man.
Yeah.
And you're a bit more vulnerable because you literally have to be your own business. And sometimes in this kind of industry, people are banking on you not being strong in the departments of a business. So like, oh, you don't know how much you're actually worth, so I'm gonna undercut you, or you don't know that we're supposed to sign a contract for this, or something like this is supposed to be done, so I'm gonna finesse you this way. So
they're very cheeky, man.
Yeah, it's very cheeky.
So cheeky.
And you can't react how you want to react
because you'll be called mad. They'll call you mad.
Yeah,
they'll call you mad.
Yeah,
exactly.
That means you've not done your PR properly. That means you're not showing yourself in a particular light. So now you're not going to get booked, or you're not going to get worked with. When you think about it,
you're taking money from me. You're taking food out of you're literally taking food out of my mouth. Essentially.
Yeah.
So.
And you still want me to bum lick you?
Yeah.
And you're supposed to me not to karate chop me. You for not paying me.
Exactly. Do you know what? Take it from me though, Rahel. Sometimes you do have to flip the switch just to show them. If you're going to play with someone, it's not going to be me.
I'm dead.
No, you're right. Do you know what it is?
And these opportunities are endless. As much as people try to warp you into this whole, you know, there's only a certain amount of people
you're not
you
gonna
have
get
to bum
this again.
lick.
I know.
You can kiss my ass. There's a whole planet worth of opportunities.
No, it's true, but I know that now because I feel like I've done the work, and people have seen that I've done the work for so long that my work speaks for itself, and 100%. They can commission me on that. Whereas when I'm young and up and coming, I need people, like we said earlier, I need one person to take a chance on me.
Yeah.
Once I get, exactly. And once I take that chance, and because I would never mess up a chance,
100%.
right?
Yeah.
So once I have that chance, I just don't want them to not even consider giving me that chance
100%.
because they're gonna think I'm just not worth the hassle.
Yeah.
Run with it. Facts.
Yeah.
As soon as they give you that chance, just
Run with it. That's
Take it
it.
to the moon, man.
Exactly. Once somebody gives you a chance and you mess it up, that's on you.
Yeah.
Like
100%.
I think that is something that I've learned as a freelancer as well, and like just sort of seizing opportunities, and like if you're hungry, you have to eat and you have to go out and get them, right? Like ask Ida. I will go to a party and be like, do you know it, right?
Yeah.
I've seen her live in the flesh. I've been telling Ida as well, like this shit is.
It's quite a spectacle,
gangster.
and I only say that because we're not polar opposites, but we're very much different in confidence levels. And we've all kind of been there, I guess. Like there's some points where we're either too afraid to network, or there's just like there's not enough belief in, oh, I do my job well, or I can do well in talking about what I do and things like that. So I struggled with that at first, but it's definitely what was I gonna say? Yeah, you have to be your own
advocate.
Yeah. Otherwise, nothing like it's not gonna get done. You have to not have the shame and whatnot. And I think that was gonna lead into my question: what are the skills, or what does someone need to have in order to actually like survive or navigate the industry of, I guess, music or journalism and things like that? Or because you interned at EMI as well, like what did you learn there? Like what skills did you take from that? And
from both of them, what I've learned is, number one is, are you doing the job because you could do this job in any industry, or are you doing it because you just want to work in the music industry for the clout and like just say, I work in music? Like that is the number one thing that I've learned. Whether it's writing, whether it's like working in legal and business affairs, you have to be good at your job and not like, I've literally seen people not do well or not progress or just not perform as well as they should because they're just excited to be here.
Yeah.
And you should be excited to be here, but you should also be doing the work, right?
Keep your eye on the fucking ball.
Keep your eye on the ball. And like, that's one thing that is also related to what we were saying before. You can back yourself if you have the work to prove it. No one can chat to you. When you have the credentials, like, look at what I've done. You can't tell me different. You know what I mean? You can't ignore the facts. And so I feel like that's one thing I've learned. Just do the work and everything else
will speak for itself.
Will speak for itself.
Strive to be undeniable, innit?
Yeah. Just like, people can't deny you. Even if they hate you, if you're a benefit to them because your work is so good, they're going to have to give you that job or whatever by force.
Even if they deny you, their peers will look at you like, you didn't get Rahello to do that article. You are stupid. I'm going to grab it.
And even if it's not then, it'll be later on.
Yeah.
You know?
And I feel like it's also like, with being a woman in this industry, there's
Talk
almost
about it. Talk about it.
I was
Black
gonna
woman.
say
Talk about it.
There's like a certain expectation for you to like either behave a certain way or have a certain type of personality that's not too loud, that's not too like
aggressive.
Take up the room.
Yeah, take up the room. Or like there's this idea, I've heard people talk about like being conscious on their social media, like how they basically put themselves out there and display themselves because of the industry that they work in. Because then it's like people almost don't see you as serious if you're posting every day, you're out all the time. You just seem like that kind of person.
100%.
Where it's almost like diminishes your work. So I feel like that stands true to specifically that industry.
100%.
Like you actually have to know how to do your job, and then no one else can actually chat for you
exactly
about your work.
We've seen, like, I feel like we've seen also even people that we know who work in music, women market, saying, you know what, I don't give a heck. I do my job, I do it well. So you can't tell me.
I go to parties.
But when a man does it, it's fine. It's literally part of the job.
He can be wasted on this story. Calm.
It's fine. Like, I completely understand and agree with you, Ida. Like, this is something that I've thought about myself. I have literally, like, I've even sort of toyed with the idea of having separating them and just having a work Instagram, making my main one my work one, and just moving all my personal life stuff. And I'm like, wait a minute, hold up.
And I want 2 Instagrams.
I've started to do that. Can't lie.
Really? But the thing is, I feel like when you're freelance,
my story and shit.
but you're selling. I feel like this is what I mean. When you're freelance, you're selling your personality. People, you have to make people want to work with you as well. It sounds so bad.
I agree, because I feel like I've refused to make 2 because it's like, my selling point is me.
Exactly.
My selling point is my personality. I'm fun. So why the fuck do I need to hide that in order to look serious? Like,
what, you're telling me you don't want to work with me?
Yeah.
Because we'll have a fun day.
And I feel like Instagram shouldn't even be the place that you're looking to in order to find that out.
But it's a portfolio now.
But you can actually have a separate portfolio to that. Why are you coming to now judge my Instagram or things like that in order to...
So what if I'm outside? I'm outside.
I'm outside, you know what I mean?
I'm a play devil's advocate, But social media has become our portfolio.
When you have people from work on your Instagram, there's that pressure to
to hide stories.
Yeah,
Now
to
you're
not
putting
move
stuff for your
mad.
close friends now. You normally put your normal
I hide
story.
stories, man. All my clients think I don't exist on the stories.
Screaming.
And I like it like that way.
Chris, I know what you mean in terms of like social media being your portfolio,
Yeah.
but that should be more reason to use it effectively.
Yeah.
That should be more reason to sell yourself
It
and
should
like
be part of your marketing.
part of your market. Exactly.
Plan.
It's like if you want to work in music, you have to show people you have a genuine interest in music, right? So you have to show yourself at gigs. You have to show yourself like really engaging with it. Even if it's film, you have to show yourself at festivals, engaging with film. Like even stuff like reviewing a film on your Instagram. Just watch Batman 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Everyone's watched Batman.
I'll watch it again still. I'll go again. I'll do the 3 hours.
What are you waiting for?
Yeah, trust.
A lot, man.
You put them on the ropes. You put them on the ropes.
I'll watch it this week. Don't worry.
To spin it though, how do you kind of? Because obviously we did tap on like your personality and your energy. How do you prepare for that? Like, because you're going to these motos on go.
100%. I came out of the room on go.
You're not going till 1 a.m. You're there.
I'm there. I came out of the room on go. Okay, I came out of the room.
So there's no like preparation. You just naturally, okay, cool. I'm gonna go to this place. We might meet this person or these types of people.
Not even less that. Sometimes like I feel like now it's okay because I've worked in music again, so like I don't have to like prove my worth or like I don't have to, go out of my way to like hi blah blah. But like it's just more about like not being afraid to promote myself. So just knowing. I feel like it all links to people skills and knowing when to say the right thing and when not.
Reading the room. I was literally gonna say,
read the room.
Kinda know.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So you'll talk to someone, and they might I don't know, mention in passing. Oh yeah, I've got new eyes. Like, oh, do you need a bio? You know the bio, by the way.
She got the
reading.
sauce.
So we circled it back to reading. That's crazy.
See, reading.
crazy, right?
Yeah.
It's
Reading
crazy.
is the key of life. But it's just about, like I said, this on the go. Always being go thing links to me, like, first of all, believing in my work and backing myself. Nobody will back me as much as I back myself.
Facts and facts.
It's true. No one will rate you or back you as much as, and it links to like just believing in yourself and doing the work. You can't deny hard work, right?
100%.
Yeah.
I sound like Kim K. Oh my god.
No. And it's the
Far
energy
from
behind
her.
it. It's the energy behind it as well. Because
Yeah.
if people are kind of hearing you go, yeah, I guess I write sometimes, and
No.
But at least you're saying, yeah, believe in yourself, work hard, but make sure you get your money.
Yeah.
Because
100%.
work hard doesn't mean you're sweating.
working
Like,
smart.
do you know what I mean? It just means you're working smart.
Work
Yeah.
smart, yeah.
And also, like, don't be afraid to ask people for things. Like,
Yeah.
genuinely, I would not have gotten as far as I have if I did not ask for advice, ask for support, ask for brilliance. Oh, so-and-so, can you introduce me?
Yeah.
Like,
I'm getting better at that.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
hard.
So I was mad in the beginning.
I need to work on that.
One
hard.
man band out here.
It's hard as
Yeah,
hell because you feel like, oh, I don't want to ask, but just ask. What is the worst that could happen? They say no.
know.
Okay,
Yeah.
no worries.
Exactly. That's what I've been.
But they might
preaching
call me a
these days as
dickhead
well.
though.
They'll never call you it. They might think it, but they'll never call you it.
Yeah.
I'm joking.
That's the thing. That's also another thing.
Yeah.
Like, just it's so funny. I always say the best suit of armor is a superiority complex. If you think you are better than everybody in the world, whatever they think or say won't affect you.
You know the one, self-confidence
Yeah.
is on go.
But you have to know how to wear that suit of armor properly.
Yeah, not in an arrogant way, but like
Yeah,
in a belief and like, no, you can actually chat to me.
Yeah.
Literally.
A little bit of ego is always helpful.
Ego is helpful, but when you're a woman, you're especially like in music, you're taught to like just be thankful for everything.
Talk
Yeah.
about it.
You can
yeah.
be thankful, but like
Yeah.
also ego and everything is linked to quality of work. If I have everything to back me, if I have the credentials to back me, I have every right to have an ego.
Yeah.
Right? And it's standards.
Kanye.
And it's also, is it an ego or is it standards? Like
Yeah.
having standards for yourself and for your work.
A lot of people confuse the two.
Yeah.
Very facts.
And I've seen people, artists or people, like just men in spaces, you be like, they'll dap up all the guys, and then when it comes to the girls, yeah. I'm thinking, yeah.
Don't make me slap.
You don't know. You
Don't
know
wanna
who
say
that-
hi.
You don't know who that woman is,
No,
whatever.
yeah,
But just
yeah.
because, you know the ones that
She
I'm
could change your
thinking,
life, you
Oh
don't know.
God.
This whole studios session is happening because of that woman. And you didn't that like
Yeah.
there's actually a really cool organization called Cactus City.
Okay.
And
Put us
they are literally working towards like the safety of women and marginalized genders in the music industry, and they talk about the same thing, like being in a studio session all guys, one girl, and being treated a certain way because, you know, people think you've come with the guys, or you're a groupie or whatnot, and like...
No, you're here to work.
You're here to work.
And she happens to be pretty or something that's attracted to you, doesn't have any correlation to the work, but
that's
because
crazy.
it's a closed space with no this, that, and the third.
Yeah.
Now it's enabled this kind of vibe, and it's toxic and creepy.
It's crazy.
And there's many victims in the space, of course, in these extreme situations and stuff. So I appreciate you having to actually come through and tap into these topics as well, because this is something I'm definitely going to put some light on.
100%.
Because there's too many weirdos out here.
So,
Oh, child, don't get me started.
Like,
We're just objects out here. Apparently.
Clearly.
But I just think, you know, as black women, like, we just need to, like, always look out for each other. As women, as black people at that intersection, just always look out for each other.
Facts.
And when it comes to these spaces, what we need to do, I think, as a wider society, just let people know it's not okay.
Yeah.
Because too many times people have been mad weird and just everyone's like brushed under the table.
Yeah.
No, like hit them where it hurts, right?
Yeah.
Don't engage with that person's work. Don't listen to their music.
100%.
Don't support them. Unfollow them. Yeah. And then they'll know. Then they'll realize the gravity of the situation. Because
100%.
Ida said, we're all just objects. That people don't see it as a problem until you actually make it a problem for them.
Yeah.
As they say, you know, things only change when you decide that you're not going to have that same scenario play out.
Stop enabling that behavior.
Pretty much. Even obviously it becomes quite uncomfortable, and as you said, obviously it probably has links to how society in general, how the industry in general kind of makes women feel.
Yeah.
Industries.
Yeah, of course, because it's a global thing, innit? So how it makes people or women in particular feel. So obviously,
because it's not just the music industry.
No,
100%.
I've been in jobs where a certain man are talking to women crazy, and it's like the woman at work has to just laugh it off.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
just pretend like it's okay, but it's like,
It's a
but
bit
she
weird.
can't say anything.
Yeah.
She can't say anything to her boss because my man's been there for a time. He's got
Probably
personal
cool with
relationship
Greg.
But
and
this
that,
is where
you
being
know,
an ally comes in.
Yes.
This is it. This is for them men.
Because it's people are very quick to say, oh, but why didn't the woman stand up for herself or say something? And it's like it's more than that, because there's a constant, like, there's a power dynamic that doesn't go away.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's perpetual.
It's hard to break through, and it's almost like it's so heavy a burden on women that it's like it's too much effort and energy to try and lift that in the moment.
Every single
where
time.
it's like you almost need another man there to actually lift that instead of you, because
and that's where us man become allies.
Yeah. That's
Sometimes you gotta smack a man in his mouth, you know. So,
literally, because I'm not gonna do it. You're bigger than me.
why did you say that? Why did you do that? Behave yourself or remove yourself.
Exactly.
Dirty boy.
That's it. Like,
Shoot.
Yeah.
it's crazy. It's so crazy. But like, we can all do our part to, like, you know, support each other and help each other.
As peers and employers as well.
Exactly.
Can I throw you into the future real quick?
Go on.
What we doing in about 5 years' time, 3 years' time? Do you know yet?
Retired. No, I'm joking.
Talk that
Soft
shit.
life only.
Talk that shit. So in the next 3 to 5 years, where's Rahello right now? Who's she writing for? What's she doing?
I don't even know. Like, that's what's so fun. I didn't even think I made it this far. I'm not even far. Like, but I just didn't think I'd be writing like covers. Like, are you dumb? Are you stupid?
Facts. I wish. I don't know what button it is. You get me? Bomb alert. Boom. Yeah, talk that shit. That's the best one we got. But we got.
I know, I'll take it.
Time is
I'll
always
take
off
it.
though.
I'll take it.
My finger slipped. I missed the button.
We new to this life. No, sorry, go on.
No, it's fine.
Yeah.
I feel I'm just like taking every day as it goes. I literally, I didn't even realize that you could work in legal in the music industry until I saw an ad on Google.
That's what I was gonna ask about, like
Deeper.
the kind of jobs or the roles you can. We good? Sorry. Yeah, the kind of jobs and roles we can take in the music industry that don't involve actually being an artist. Or like, what can you tell us about that?
Sure.
Yeah.
So like I mentioned, I was studying law. I got to third year and I was like, I don't want to do corporate law. This is not for me. But like, what can I do? And it was at this point I was still writing, and I just Googled like legal internships, and then this job at a label came up, and I was like, oh, I've never heard of this. What's going on here?
Yeah.
And like you said, Ida, we only think like the only routes into the music industry are like artist, A&R, manager,
Producer.
Yeah. marketing maybe at best, but like it's a company, right? It's a business.
Yeah.
Every business needs a lawyer, an accountant, other roles I can't think of. Yeah.
Someone who works in reception.
Exactly.
Like, all that stuff.
Office manager.
Yeah.
Like there are so many roles, and I feel like we need to do better at advertising them and letting people know. Like if you love music and you want to work in music, you can do that in any role. Creative. Like I didn't even know creative was a department. There's an actual department called creative.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And like the more visibility that we put on these roles, and like people can understand that, like I said, if you're just good at your job, you can be good at your job within the context of music, right?
100%.
So I started off as a legal intern at a major, and then I did like a little bit another major, and now I'm not in music anymore.
Yeah.
But like still in media, but not in music. And that's only because of how, I guess, like there are ceilings.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you know, there are ceilings in like how far you can go and how much you can get paid and how much you can develop.
Yeah.
Because everybody wants to work in this, and like you're so replaceable.
Yeah.
Right?
As well, yeah.
Exactly.
Super competitive, yeah.
It is. It's like, oh, you don't want to take this shitty pay?
Yeah.
Okay, someone else will take it.
100%.
Yeah.
So I'm like, y'all be safe.
Yeah,
I was like, y'all be safe now.
it won't be me.
It won't be me.
Yeah.
But the fact that even, like I said, legal and business affairs was a role, like it's so, okay, I'm going to get Nikki, but it's so interesting. Like, you know, you look at so much, you look at like recording contracts, obviously, sponsorship deals, producer agreements, featured artist agreements, you know, there's sample agreements. There's so many interesting things.
Publishing agreements.
Publishing, so much.
So much different.
Yeah.
Even publishing, like, did you guys know? I am not going to lie, I did not know.
No, fun fact.
Before that, there's two different, like publishing and recording music are two different industries, right? You could have your recording
Deal
with
and
one, a
publishing,
label,
yeah.
a major, and have a
yeah.
publishing with
Yeah.
another.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you could have a publishing and no.
And no be signed.
Yeah.
I only knew that because of the independent artists and that. But
Yeah.
prior to that, no.
I only knew that because of rap beef.
Really?
Jay-Z and Nas.
Sign your
That's it,
publishing deal.
Yeah, I didn't know how like because I feel like it's not even a matter of gatekeeping, sorry, but it's just like not actually knowing a lot of people in those roles. And then the more I actually spoke to people about what they do, like it's always nice bumping into the people who are like mad neaky about their jobs and like that just love to chat about it, because I know nothing about it, so I can hear about it all day. But yeah, I feel like there's even me. We all like music, but like I've thought about it briefly about doing it for work, but not actually wanting to be an artist. So it's like, what else can I do?
So much.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's nice to hear.
There's so much. And, like,
Yeah.
there are so
Behind the
many
scenes.
avenues. There's so many skill sets. It's just about, like you said, knowing someone. And even if you don't know someone, hop on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Hop on LinkedIn and like, you know, say, hi, I'm really interested in your role. Like, can you give me some of your time?
I need to get my LinkedIn game up, but I'm
Yeah.
slowly. We're building. I need to put my pick on there though.
Before
But I
we
need a
end
professional
though,
one.
could you give, I guess, a few tips for upcoming writers? And then obviously a little 5-minute selfless promo of whatever you want to promote, whether that's yourself, things
Free
like
Palestine.
No
whatever it is.
Facts.
Just take the floor and start off with some tips and end off with the promo, please.
Don't be shy to promote yourself and put yourself out there. You know, don't be afraid to make friends and like network. What's it called? Like horizontally. So like your peers, people who are literally like your age, and it's not every day try and look up at the elders and
And
you
look
know,
down at the same peers that you're chilling
no,
You could build like a
community.
Yeah,
A
exactly.
community, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, tap into like you've got a friend who does photography. Oh, you've got another one who does music. Like just tap into your network and, you know, connect with your friends and you can all come up together, do the work. You can't cut corners when it comes to like work.
Yeah.
You can't, like, I've literally been writing for 5-6 years, and it's only now that I'm like getting the job. It's only now that I'm getting the jobs that like I didn't even think I could do this.
Yeah.
But like it's been years of like I don't want to be like that washed older. It's like, oh, you guys have to suffer because I suffered.
Yeah.
But like you have to put in work.
Waste, man.
I hate them, man. It's supposed to make it easier
Because
for
now
us.
she's interviewing Brie One Way.
Yeah.
Queen in England.
Yeah. Talk that motherfucking shit. Talk that motherfucking shit.
Oh yeah. I
Gangster
didn't talk about her interview, but we'll do it after.
Yeah.
And yeah, just you can't cut corners when it comes to hard work. Like hard work speaks for itself, and that means not necessarily going out and like doing hella free labor, but just think smart. Like, oh, you like music? Start your own blog. Start going to shows. Start reviewing stuff on your Instagram. Just stuff like that to show that you have an interest and an engagement, right?
Build a body of work.
Yeah,
but need to say this is what I've done.
Yeah,
and you're not brand.
Yeah, and you're not waiting to almost like be picked or chosen to write a piece of work. You're doing this because you want to. Exactly. And you're not being paid to necessarily. That's how you actually show interest.
You gotta reach up and take it.
Exactly. But also do what you love. Like do what you love. Write about things that interest you. Like there's been plenty of times where I've had to say no to stuff because I just knew my heart wasn't in it, and like I'm not interested in this topic. I really don't care. Like, okay, you're offering me a nice byline, a good publication, you know, a juicy little commission, but like I know that I'm not going to do it justice. So the best way for you to produce the best work is to do stuff that interests you and that you love, right? It speaks to the spirit.
And that's called working with a moral code. Do you know what I mean? A lot of you people, because I feel like that's another thing people don't learn.
Yeah, because they'll just do anything for the bag, right? But that reflects in your quality of work.
All money isn't good money.
It isn't.
Exactly.
And also, like, even that relates to sort of having quality over quantity. Like there was times where I wasn't doing anything for like 3, 4, 5, 6 months, and that was because I was, first of all, I was busy, I had a life and doing things, but also because I just knew I'm not going to produce like what I want to. And you know, storytelling is a craft. A lot of people forget this. It's like you're telling a story. If someone's giving you time, the least you could do is do them justice and tell their story in a good way, in a way that makes sense. So yeah, that's my tips. Work hard, be nice to everyone. Yeah. Even people who you think, oh, I don't know.
I'm trying, man.
It's hard.
I don't know how to be nice. Fuck.
It's hard.
Fuck.
Yeah, because people talk.
Yeah.
People talk.
And people look at other people like meals.
Exactly. But that's the thing. That relates to having a superiority complex. You don't care about any of the politics, the rubbish, the whatever, because you're just focused on doing your job and doing it well.
And doing it purely.
Exactly.
So your intentions aren't to fuck people up on the process of your thing. It has nothing to do with that.
No.
You're going to get to where you're going to get to anyway.
Exactly. So just work hard, be nice, promote yourself, be shameless, back yourself, because nobody will back you like you back yourself.
Well, speaking of shameless promotion.
Thank you.
Do you wanna platform whatever you got going on?
The thing is, I don't. This is the thing. I have nothing to promote.
No.
Do you know what?
Time, sugar.
I actually don't have anything to promote because I don't have like a website or a blog or anything. If you want to keep up to date with my work and my wayward tweets, you can follow me on @Rahello there, RAHELLO there, THERE. I'm trying to work on getting a website, but it's just something that I've procrastinated on doing.
You got a link tree though, don't you?
Yeah, I got a link tree, but I want to make it pretty and like, you know?
I hear you. Soon come.
Yeah, soon come. Soon come.
We'll help you with that one.
Thanks. And stay tuned to Urban Era 404. Okay.
Part 2 coming soon, bitch ass niggas. And that was a fantastic episode of Urban Era. We had a fantastic guest, Rahello there, aka Verbalist, aka the big writer, the biggest. We only have the biggest on us right now. And what are you wearing right now? Quick little.
Support black businesses.
That's what I was about to say, because that's a black-owned business.
Oh yeah, let's support that. Actually, no, I'm not.
Yeah, I know. It's conflicting. They'll shout us for the bag.
Yeah, but also, no, I mean, you know what? I didn't buy it to influence. I bought it because it's comfy. But like, very comfy, very good, black-owned.
Show love, nigga.
Show love.
That's what we do.
I am available for sponsorship opportunities.
Thank you.
Should the opportunity
She could write about your fucking brand if you had a brain.
If you want to send some shit to, you know.
You know what I mean.
Thank you. That was amazing. Big up the people behind the camera.
Glowski so much, guys.
Efficient, the most efficient. Big up the man that couldn't make it today.
We forgot to talk about Eritreans.
It's true. Part 2 is coming too, though. Part 2. Not your average Joe and Mooney in the flesh.
Money way.
Yeah, but obviously we got the people in here. Flyder in the house. Rahello there. Digger DJ.
Grr.
Myself, see.
Fuck you, nigga.
Yeah.